Jack Black and his son. Why does it look like his son is taking him to school? Seth Rogen is having a fashion moment at the Emmys. He looks like a villain in a movie where the protagonist is a dog. They could not have children, but with faith in God and the help of the pastor the blessing came. Finish your food, there's people starving in America. You can't just post a picture of a vase and expect people to get it. The vase. For 24 hours all crimes are legal. What crimes will you be committing? None, because they are now legal. Listen here, you little sheep. This would cost $0 to not write any of that. Hear me out. Dude, you can't have X with the tomato. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Wrong answers only. Malaysian Airlines Flight 103. I have a piranha I want to trade for some pets. Pueblo. Tennessee man accused of dipping tentacles in customer salsa before online delivery. You are megalo if you can taste a hint of in some Mexican food. Me. Is this the helpline for alcoholics? Yes, it is. Me. So how do I make a mojito? So strong. So brave. I wish I could throw my noisy over my head like grandma used to. Kids today will never know. Professional headshots. Want to generate professional AI headshots in minutes. A gallon of and from a proven race-winning horse is worth upwards of over $4 million. That's one expensive drink. How it feels to put is on bird flu infected chickens and yell chicken jockey in that one scene. Surgeon fined for sharing photo of coma patient. Stick a tattooed pen. The patient needed orthopedic surgery after a pipe was making at home exploded in his hands. Feigning polite has only proliferated and exacerbated misgivings like these in my experience. Setting boundaries is a priority above my diffidence regardless of their intention. Did you just swallow a thesaurus or are you trying to win the Pulitzer for a did replies? If I get to forget about chemo, I'm hopping on every roid known to mankind and going out how I want to. Chemo might be peak for the cut. This is why the Diary of Anne Frank is an important piece of literature. You do know that Anne Frank is a fictional character. You know you hit the ghetto when the street signs admit it. Hood Street. The older sister laughing at the situation in the moment and barely helping makes me so angry. We Huskies do this all the time. One of our iron paws to the chest can be painful for humans. What kind of strange adult makes a profile and pretends to be a talking husky? Please grow up. Thank you. How the F is that traumatizing enough to make someone look that terrified? Damn, you must be scared of harmless ants too. Licking Hole Creek Brewery in Goochland to reopen after year-long hiatus. One tasted like meat, one chilled Kevin instantly. This one gave him the ability to fly up high in the sky. R.I.P. Kevin. Babe, this isn't okay, you gotta stop drinking. I found another vodka bottle in your underwear drawer. You promised you'll quit. We had our very first brave challenger to complete the Bella Buster. Well done. Unfortunately he was defeated. Natural erosion would have done a better job. 1944 when a German girl asks for your number. 2025 when a German girl asks for your number. How it feels to be nice to all races, even the bad ones. Just because you fit doesn't mean you're in the right place. Those dang cave divers need to hear this. What is Lithuania known for? Grand Duchy of Lithuania, Hill of Crosses, Cornus, the oldest tree in Europe. I don't know why people are hating. I have a Ridgely Denver Jagger Brixton Tatum Gentry and this baby will be Meadow if it's a girl and River if it's a boy. Kids names and handle tracks. OMG girl, did you know they sell balloons? I don't believe in that. Oh, it's real. China retaliates against tariffs by putting worse fortunes into cookies. You will not go very far in your life. Hudson River heli crash. 6 lead. 5 tourists from Spain and a pilot. It was an entire family, parents and kids. Heartbreaking. I guess it's good they all went together. What the F? Tinder is for rookies. Go to Facebook Marketplace and search for wedding dresses. It'll show you recently divorced females in your area. From there you can filter by size. Well, you have to know these things when you are a king, you know. Can I ask what's it like being transgender? I'm legit curious, and I mean no harm in asking questions. Curious. The thing George the monkey was. What are some legit ways to not feel horn as much? Reading history books. World War I history will get you. Speak for yourself. Trenches make me drenches. Our teacher makes us show him our hands and then he hits the backside of them with this small SATA cable if we misbehave. Hurts like a bee. That's use. Nope. Men are the easiest thing in the entire world. She doesn't realize she is the easy one. Right. Imagine a mattress actress calling anybody easy. Complaint about delivery of the wrong grade of copper. Receives wrong copper. Angrily chisels node for 6 hours. Bernie Sanders should be forced to give away 90% of his birthday cake. Have you ever been to a birthday party, Mike? For 7.5 years I have worked alongside President Reagan. We have had triumphs, made some mistakes, we have had some setbacks. George H.W. Bush talking about Ronald Reagan, 1988. Once I did a whole immersive playthrough and I didn't wear the amulet of Mara so I wouldn't be recognized as a suitable partner and not be flirted with as a result, and ate a lot of cheese. May I ask, what does the cheese has to do with anything? Sorry for the dumbness. I eat a lot of cheese in real life. Oh, okay. What do you guys think of this fake Family Guy episode I made? I made it through about 30 seconds. I would rather watch an entire episode drawn in MS Paint with every character voiced by Microsoft Sam than this. I swear to God, these iPad kids are just really badly coded NPCs that are just like 5 if then statements. Do you think this will cure my headache? Yours? No. Imagine getting arrested and a cat just comes along and sits on you. As a teacher, you're sometimes privileged to witness life moments. I saw a girl approach a boy to ask if he wanted her number. He paused, then pulled out his phone. Utter joy on the girl's face. I then confiscated the phone as it's against rules to have it out in the corridor. Me before and after hearing the photographer is Jewish. Why do ton sites even have effing comment sections? Why the F you leaving a comment for? Just blow your leave. I don't know, man, maybe they wanna leave mark on the art like the marks they leave on the screen. Gross. Guess I left a mark. You left a what? How, bro, look at the man who can see 3 seconds into the future when he tells him he'll be $500 brand new Pixel 8 128GB. $250. $255. Oh boy, $5 more. I have been convinced. $260 if things change. Funny how eating McDonald's is normalized, but when I eat this I'm hated. Yup. Yeah, can I get her some bullshit with 1.5 avocados? Yeah, and don't forget the ominous beige block. The girls' bathrooms at my school are so wholesome, like girls in grade you're so perfect and you are enough on the stalls, and leave sticky notes on the mirror saying you're beautiful. So now I'm curious, what are boys' bathrooms like? Jesus Christ. This is what being a man felt like before Microsoft Teams got invented. He called one of my boys a retard. He called my boy a retard. Called me a retard. Management, but decent worker, the ones that know their stuff. Today's subject, sunburn is a pale girl issue. That's why we had you pick cotton boy. Want to faster and stronger? Try this. Remember when we used to ourselves and dream of having puppies with her? Extremely relatable. We all did that. When your friend tells you to invest in crypto, expectation, reality. When my brain goes on a little adventure instead of attending the conversation I'm having. POV. My sister organized a AK and nobody showed up. I'm so sorry, honey. I don't know what AK is, but this reminds me of a church event I took my granddaughter to last year. I made an entire basket of chicken and wouldn't ya know it, no one showed. Oh my god, Nana, please don't Google it. This is our future. Imagine Dodo KFC. If you were in a room with all of your old partners, what would you say to them? Please disregard the goat at least until you hear the full story. I beg your pardon. Me, literal molten uranium. Question of the day. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Be honest, at the dumpster, in a prison cell serving 19 years to life. What the F are you plotting? Discovered a new favorite way to eat onions. Sweet onion pickled in soy sauce, rice vinegar, sugar and water. Honestly could eat 10 onions in one sitting like this. Cocoa melon cake for customer son. Just to clarify, XE is a child's name. It wasn't my decision to write that word on a child's cake, so rather people did not jump on back over it. The customer asked for her son's name and this is it. I'm not my parents' son anymore. I'm their daughter. Edit. Trans rights are human rights. Thought they sold you for a second. What did Kurt Cobain say to the gun store owner? What? This shotgun really blows my mind. When I donated a kidney at the hospital, they called me a brave hero, so I came back the next week with 50 more. 1984, 2012. Leonardo DiCaprio is reportedly dating 19-year-old model Eden Polony. He's like my employer paying minimum wage. You know he would go lower if it weren't for the law. She chilled her family for a house. Addicted to Bestow. I drink up to 20 cups a day. That's insane. 20 cups of gravy. Everyone help me find this man I saw at the football game. I want to go on a date with him. This is me. I'm sorry but you're not my type. Cop, so I'm writing you a ticket for driving alone in the carpool lane. Me, you're going to feel really stupid when you look in my trunk. So my ex said he would get me an iPhone if I sleep with him. You said no, right? Obviously, I'm not a cheater, but love you baby. Babe, it's 4 PM. Time for side X. Yes queen. Audrey, you're a biologist. Is this funny? POV. Your didn't get out the last drops, so you low-key pants. Bruh, this happened when I poo to who with me. You may be alone on this one. Powder is always white cause at least we know it works. It sure is nice living in Los Angeles on January 7, 2025. Hi Squidward. Hearing here comes the airplane in a preschool. Hearing here comes the airplane in tall buildings. Trump's manly tariffs. Pundit believes it could reverse crisis in masculinity. Bonus. I would be her feet for so long I would smooth out the heels. That feeling when you see that girl from high school, who is single mama and got 5 baby daddies who all in prison for armed robbery. You look like the assistant to a gay fashion designer for a movie made in 1985 set in the year 2000. A criminal. Santa. Hish, no witnesses. The Witness Protection Program. Got -3% on my science test. Ask me anything. What's your grade in the class and were you trying to get negative points? I had like an 8% going into it and I got negative points because I drew Alvin and the Chipmunks in the short response section. Didn't completely cover my feet in sunscreen. Got a nasty burn. You can see exactly where my fingers stopped. Found a mouth hanging in a bush. Don't touch it or its mother won't take it back. Imagine her age fluttering after releasing a massive and you have your nose pressed against a red ring of Seth while you inhale the aroma. The World Trade Center on 2001. You're going to have to salute her hair while giving her shots. Why am I experiencing muscle pain after anesthesia? They may have beaten you while you were unconscious. Ask for the CCTV footage and a good lawyer. So weird guy and ghoul be like. Food finally. 9 to studio audience laughter. I could take 4 of you at once. In a fight right. In a fight right. Oh no, I pressed disable flash on my camera. American under-16 women's basketball team standing next to El Salvador's under-16 team. Game was in 2019. Final score 114-19. So basically a human seal clubbing. What's the best case of karma you have ever seen? There was an awful man who used to do insider trading and drive drunk. He thought he was untouchable because he came from a powerful family. Anyways, a man broke into his house and bashed him in the head with a hammer. Being a simp, that's a paddlin'. Minus $10,000. Never ask a woman her age, a man his salary. The USA, the dramatic decrease in free Japanese Americans during World War II. I have one intelligent child who is designing a parachute, and putting this as politely as I can, I have another child willing to try the parachute. I sent him like 104 eels while he's asleep right now. He replied to all 104 eels individually. Stop. Love, it's crazy when you're both unemployed. PewDiePie and wife Marzia welcome baby B onto the world. But the bridge moment, your child will be faced by several hundred videos of you someday. Pipe down. Me when I see someone on pills. Aldi to open new stores in 9 states. Tragic, rest in peace. Rapture chair. We are atheists but our son was a believer. This was the chair he was sitting in when he was raptured. Selling it because it no longer matches our home decor. Price firm.
Spare change. Spare change, ma'am.